Hello everyone, welcome to lecture series on network and cyber security. This is lecture number 40. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about types of firewalls and it is continuation of a previous lecture. And first topic is application level gateway, second one is circuit level gateway, and finally we'll have discussion on Bastion host. Application level gateway figure shows application gateway position. Here is outside host, inside host, and the applications present in the application layer: HTTP, SMTP, FTP, Telnet. Application level gateway, also called a proxy server, acts as a relay of application level traffic. The user contacts the gateway using TCP/IP application such as Telnet or FTP, and the gateways ask the user for the name of the remote host to be accessed. When the user responds and provides a valid user ID and authentication information, the gateway contacts the application on the remote host and relays TCP segments containing the application data between the two endpoints. If the gateway does not implement the proxy code for specific application, the service is not supported and cannot be forwarded across the firewall. The gateway can be configured to support only specific features of an application that the network administrator considers acceptable while denying all other features. Figure shows uh, application level gateway proxy in terms of TCP/IP protocol stack, and here is the application layer, and this is internal transport connection, and this one is external transport connection. Now, advantages and disadvantages of application level gateway. Application level gateways tend to be more secure than packet filters, rather than trying to deal with the numerous possible combinations that are to be allowed and forbidden at the TCP and IP level. The application level gateway need only scrutinize a few allowable applications. In addition, it is easy to log and audit all incoming traffic at the application level. A prime disadvantage of this type of gateway is the additional processing overhead on each connection. In effect, there are two spliced connections between the end users, with the gateway at the splice point, and the gateway must examine and forward all traffic in both directions. Next type of firewall is circuit level gateway. Figure shows uh, the circuit level proxy. Uh, Here these are the three output ports and three input ports, and there is a circuit connection like this from outside host to inside connection, and this figure shows the layer at which the circuit level gateway operates, that is transport layer, and this is the internal transport connection, and this one is external transport. A third type, this type of firewall can be a standalone system or it can be a specialized function performed by an application level gateway for certain applications. A circuit level gateway does not permit an end-to-end TCP connection. Rather, the gateway sets up two TCP connections, one between itself and a TCP user and an inner host, and one between itself and a TCP user and outside host, as shown in previous figure. Once the two connections are established, the gateway typically relays TCP segments from one connection to another without examining the contents. The security function consists of determining which connections will be allowed. A typical use of circuit level gateway is a situation in which the system administrator trusts the internal users. The gateway can be configured to support application level or proxy service on inbound connections and circuit level functions for outbound connections. In this configuration, the gateway can incur the processing overhead of examining incoming application data for forbidden functions but also not incur that overhead on outgoing data. An example of a circuit level gateway implementation is SOX version 5. The SOX is defined in RFC 1928. The RFC defines SOX in the following fashion. The protocol described here is designed to provide a framework for client-server applications in both TCP and UDP domains to conveniently and securely use the services of a network firewall. The protocol is conceptually a layer between the application layer and the transport layer, and as such does not provide network layer gateway services such as forwarding of ICMP messages. SOX consists of the following components: the SOX server, which runs on a Unix-based firewall; the SOX client library, which runs on internal host protected by the firewall; SOX ified versions of several standard client programs such as FTP, Telnet. The implementation of the SOX protocol typically involves the recompilation of relinked TCP-based client applications to use the appropriate encapsulation routines in the SOX library. When a TCP-based client wishes to establish a connection to an object that is reachable only via a firewall, such determination is left to the implementation. It must open a TCP connection to the appropriate SOX port on SOX server system. The SOX service is located on TCP port 1080. If the connection request succeeds, the client enters a negotiation for the authentication method to be used, authenticates with the chosen method, and then sends a relay request. The SOX server evaluates the request and either establishes the appropriate connection or denies it. UDP exchanges are handled in similar fashion. In essence, a TCP connection is opened to authenticate a user to send and receive UDP segments, and the UDP segments are forwarded as long as the TCP connection is open. Now let us move to the advantages and disadvantages of circuit level gateway. Advantages: a circuit level gateway has the same advantage as an application level gateway in hiding the internal host from the serving host, but it incurs less processing than an application level gateway. Disadvantage Disadvantages of a circuit level gateways include the absence of content filtering and the requirement for software modifications relating to the transport function. Now let us move to the last type of firewall, that is Bastion host. A Bastion host is a system identified by the firewall administrator as a critical strong point in the network security. Typically, the Bastion host serves as a platform for an application level or circuit level gateway. There are some common characteristics of the Bastion hosts, which are as follows. The Bastion host hardware platform executes a secure version of its operating system, making it a hardened system. Only the services that the network administrator considers essential are installed on the Bastion host. These could include proxy applications for DNS, FTP, HTTP, and SMTP. A Bastion host may require additional authentication before a user is allowed access to the proxy services. In addition, each proxy service may require its own authentication before granting user access. Each proxy is configured to support only a subset of the standard applications command set. Each proxy is configured to allow access only to specific host system. This means that the limited command features set may be applied only to a subset of systems on the protected network. Each proxy maintains detailed audit information by logging all traffic, each connection, and the duration of each connection. The audit log is an essential tool for discovering and terminating intruder attacks. Each proxy module is a very small software package specifically designed for network security. Because of its relative simplicity, it is easier to check such modules for security flaws. For example, a typical Unix mail application may contain over 20,000 lines of code, while mail proxy may contain fewer than 1,000 lines. Each proxy module is a very small software package specifically designed for network security. Because of its relative simplicity, it is easier to check such modules for security flaws. For example, a typical Unix mail application may contain over 20,000 lines of code, while a mail proxy may contain fewer than 1,000. Each proxy is independent other proxies on the Bastion host. If there is a problem with the operation of any proxy, or if a future vulnerability is discovered, it can be uninstalled without affecting the operation of the other proxy applications. Also, if the user population requires support for a new service, the network administrator can easily install the required proxy on the Bastion host. A proxy generally performs no disk access other than to read its initial configuration file. Hence, the portions of the file system containing executable code can be made read-only. This makes it difficult for an intruder to install Trojan horse sniffers or other dangerous files on the Bastion host. Each proxy runs as a non-privileged user in a private and secure directory on the Bastion host. Here ends lecture number 40. Thanks for watching.